Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Look at that. I love the fact that you can actually wave. Welcome back to Warcraft. We are going to continue on with the adventures of Grundorn the Paladin. Now, I don't think I actually filled you in on the backstory for Grundorn. He's a middle-aged character, and he's lived a quiet life up until now, but unfortunately his farm and everything he owned was completely destroyed by raiding murlocs. And so he has decided that he's not set out with vengeance in his heart. That's why he's a paladin. If he'd set out with vengeance in his heart, he probably would have been better off as a warlock. But no, there's none of that going on. He just wants to make the world a better place for everybody that lives in it. And so this is why he's doing. This is why he is set out on his epic adventure. So today I'm just literally going to carry on with everything that I've been doing. We're going to continue on with our quests. We were having a little look around Stormwind, doing a few different things here, and we're going to continue on doing just that. We're going to have a little bit more around Stormwind. I don't think there are many quests left here. We've got a delivery that we have to do here. We need to see Osric Strang, the heavy merchant, the heavy armor merchant, I should say, not the heavy merchant armor. Continue to Stormwind. You've been traveling, eh? Well, have you been anywhere interesting? Let's take a look. A note from Smith Argus. I'm not surprised he needs more gear. There are so many new recruits these days. Well, thank you, Grundorn. Here's some money to cover your travel costs. 85 copper. I'm not sure that's going to cover a lot, to be honest, but still. Grundorn, I gathered into this crate everything Argus asked for. Can you take it to him? If you've already spoken to Bartlett Goldshire, then you can just take a griffin back to him. Dungar Longdrink is our griffin master over in the trade district. Speak with Dungar and then get this crate to Argus as fast as you can. I don't want our fighting men and women in Goldshire to go without fresh equipment. Okay.
Be careful.
We can do that. I can help you out with that, sir. I got no problems with that. Right, we got no nothing kicking around in our inventory. I am just going to run up here to the Pig and Whistle Tavern, purely because I want to have a look in the Pig and Whistle Tavern. I love the name, the Pig and Whistle Tavern. It's fantastic. So let's just go here and we'll see Megan Tillman. Is it Megan? I think it's Megan if it's an AE. But anyway, Megan Tillman. And let's take a look through. So we got mushrooms. We got some refreshing spring water, ice cold milk. Not a lot else in here. I don't think we need to get anything just now. We could always speak to the tavern keeper. What's he got? Well, he's got the Dalaran Noir. We can get a flask of Stormwind Tawny if we want to. We won't get any of that. No, what I've actually come here to do is to speak to the cooking trainer, Stephen Ryback. Now that is, for those of you who don't know, there is two films called Siege and Siege 2. I think it's just Siege. That star, I can't remember his name now. He's a martial arts guy, but Casey Ryback is the name of the person that he plays. So we've learned cooking, and we'll take the basic cooking there. We're not going to do very much now. Actually, I wasn't thinking. Well, actually, we'll do a little bit of cooking. We can do some. We want some. Actually, do we want any yet? Hang on a sec. We want to go to spellbook and abilities and professions, and we've got a cooking fire that we can make, and we've got the cooking profession itself. So then if you look at the cooking profession, we've got these different things that we can consume. Spice bread we can make roasted boar meat, herb baked eggs, and charred wolf meat. Now we're not the other professions, I was asking you what you thought I should get, and almost everybody wants me to get we'll get 10 each of those. There we go, and we're going to do our first cook. Actually, we're not going to do it here. We're going to make the cooking fire. You used to have reagents for that. You had reagents for everything. If you wanted to do something, you had to get the materials in order to be able to do it. These days, you don't have to do that. You still have to get materials in order to do different things. But like a cooking fire, you can just make a cooking fire. You don't have to go and get wood in order to have the fire there. It's a lot easier to do it now. And that is really a good thing. I know it was kind of fun having to go and get those things, but after a while, it did become a bit of a pain. So this is kind of good. But anyway, yeah, Stephen Ryback I'm sure it's Stephen something. It's got to be, because the way that Blizzard normally do this. But he's like he's a really awesome chef. He's really good at cooking. And it's Casey Ryback is the name of the guy. the character that he plays in the films. In both films, the first one, I can't remember which way round it is. I think the first one is on a ship and the second one is on a train, or it's the other way round. I can't really remember now. But yeah, he's a cook. He's a fantastic cook. And so they've got Mr. Ryback right there, the martial arts expert. So if you're ever in Stormwind, don't pick a fight with him because you're probably going to lose. Right, anyway, Dungar Long Drink. We need to head back to Goldshire now. Where is it you'd like to go, lad? For just a few coin, my griffins can get you there faster than even the swiftest horse. So, Dungar Long Drink. Is that sweat on your brow, lad? You've been running too much. Next time, take a griffin. I like that. A crate for Goldshire, eh? People sure are getting lazy. Have you been to Goldshire before? If so, then it's no problem, my friend. I have plenty of griffins trained to fly that route. I like the fact that he said that Goldshire, that people are getting lazy, because this quest used to be to Westfall. I'll show you in a minute. Complete quest. Griffin Master in Goldshire is Bartlett. If you've spoken to him before, then you can take one of my griffins to him. It's a good lesson to know. Griffins are always trained to fly to their capital city, but they'll only take you to remote Griffin Master if you've already been there. You've already been to Bartlett, so just speak to me again when you're ready to take a griffin to Goldshire. Once there, you can deliver Osric's crate to Smith Argus.
For the Alliance.
Sounds good to me. So, we want to go to Goldshire. There. Now, we'll let that one fly just a second. And if you look at the map here, let's just make the map bigger, it's easier. This here is Goldshire. We're heading down to this area here. It used to be over here in Westfall, all the way down the bottom, down here in Sentinel Hill. That was where you got your first flight point and you did this whole quest thing. You no longer need to do that. You know, it's no longer over such a distance. Now it's like really close by. You still have this delivery quest from the blacksmith, but you had to run up there. You didn't have a Griffin Master here in who would carry you there. So yeah, times have changed and things have improved. Right, returns you to Northshire Valley. We don't want to do that. We want to get a innkeeper in there to make life a little bit easier. Where is he? Oh, he's in here. Let's just run across here. And right, if I just speak to the innkeeper a minute, and I'll also take a drink, and then we can get back to it. Right, the innkeeper is also the quest guy. So first of all, we want to make this in your home. Accept. So now when we use our hearthstone, we will end up coming back here. I put that one there as my hearthstone, I prefer. What can I do? Welcome to the inn, my weary traveller. What can I do for you? Rest and relaxation for the tired and cold. That's our motto. Please take a seat by the fire and rest your weary bones. Would you like to try a sampling of some of our fine food and drink? Goldshire iron braces. Right, this isn't the one. This isn't a delivery one from Stormwind. That is out here. But the guy wasn't there. I think maybe a Horde character had come on through and had done him a mischief. Because, yeah, he's not here. There's that Horde character. There. Look, see? That's who everybody's fighting. What is he? Let's just have a look at this. No idea what level it is. Oh, is it Tauren? And he's got all kinds of abilities going. But, yeah, that is the reason that our guy isn't here. And I don't play on PvP. And I don't play on a PvP server. I play on just a normal server. He is absolutely slaughtering everybody. We're not going to be able to do our quest. I got a better idea. Let's go in here and we'll get this other quest that this guy here, William Pessel, has on offer. Hello, good sir. Do you have a moment? My brother and I run an apothecary in Stormwind, and I'm here to gather large candles for their wax. Can you help me? You can get large candles from kobolds, and I hear rumours that kobolds are infesting the Elwyn mines, the Fargo Deep mine to the south, and Jasperlode mine to the east. I suggest looking for candles in those places. I accept. I'll do that for you, sir. I got no problem with that. Now, can we turn this quest in yet? Has he respawned? Right, that there is the Dark Moon Fair. You can go and you can take part on rides and things like that. It's actually a lot of fun. But I'm not going to go there at the moment because I feel it's just going to sort of slow everything down. He's not here, is he? We're not handing in that quest for a little while. At least I don't think we are. Let's just run round the front. No. He's died. Unfortunately, that's not happening. So we'll leave that quest there until we come back. I'm not going to go to the Dark Moon Fair this week. I will leave that for... I might do it another time, but the games on it are fairly simple, and there's all sorts of videos with it, so we're going to sort of concentrate on doing our leveling up and stuff like that. Oh, I know what I meant to do! So many of you commented after last week's video saying that I should be doing copper, and I should be doing mining, and I should be doing engineering. You'd like to see me doing mining and engineering, and not anything else. I think though I've got to be level 10 before I can get those. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, that's what you all said. Mining and engineering, because the engineering, you've got mounts later on, but there's a lot of cool fun trinkets to use as you go through. And it makes it really quite entertaining to do. It's kind of, the others are quite run-of-the-mill and fairly straightforward. So yeah, we could go and do those, but generally a lot of you seem to think that you'd have more fun if you were to do it like this. Now, I suspect that we're going to have to come back and get Goldtooth again. Fortunately, he's up here on top. He always used to be at the back of the Fargo Deep Mine. Which did make things a little bit more awkward. Who we got over there? Oh, that's Julia Stevens. She's a pet trainer. So if we're doing a pet battles, she'd be the one that we would go for. Right, come here. He's certainly a persistent character, but he did have a large candle, so we can at least thank him for that. Now let's carry on down through here, and we're just gonna start working our way through. We just got to keep killing these things. We do have to get in a certain distance in order to be able to sort of count the mine as being explored. I'm not quite sure how far we're going to have to go, though. Now, the advantage, the one thing that I do like about the game now is that you've got, yeah, it's area looting rather than one single. You've got to loot each individual body that you've got there, because sometimes you can get quite a pile. It does it as an AOE type thing, as an area, so you can gather up the loot from everything all at once. It saves so much time. It really is a massive improvement. It's a lot better than it ever used to be. The fact that you can do that makes a huge difference. Right, so that's all we had to do, is we had to get that far in. If I do it like that, I can summon him over this way. I've decided that as I level, I was thinking of playing a Retribution Paladin, which is the one that they really dish out the damage. Protection Paladin is the tank spec. So you could do the tank spec, or you could do the Retribution. The Healing Paladin, I didn't really want to do that. I certainly don't want to do that as leveling. It just can take too long. So it's kind of a choice between being a Protection Paladin and being a tank type spec, so you can really take the damage. Or I could go for right. So we've reached level 6, and when do we get our next spell? We get Hammer of Justice at level 8. That's a stun. And then Templar's Verdict level 10. Level 10 is when you can change your spec if you want to. Who's he? Oh, is he level 8 Night Elf? Right. I'm going to assume that we can go up this way. If you get a hit in on a kill, it actually counts. So, because it's individual loot tables now, there is a lot of people hanging around here at the moment. Have I gone the wrong way? I've got a feeling I'm lost. I'm lost in the deeps of the mine. This isn't good. I'm sure I've definitely gone the wrong way now, haven't I? Right, let's take care of this one. I did get some loot. There we go, I had a large candle. Right, I am hopelessly lost now. I'm not sure which way I was meant to go in order to get out of here. Oh, this way, and then I think I need to turn left. No, there's no left turn there. Not that way. Right, well, let's take this one out anyway. What was I saying? I was going to say... Oh, yes, Retribution Paladin, the damage dealer, or the tank. The Protection Paladin. And I will level it as a Protection Paladin. Mainly because it means that I can push what the character is capable of doing. I can like push up against higher level creatures and go to higher level zones sooner. Which is kind of what I'd like to do, because I feel it increases the challenge available to the game as you play. There's a certain amount of challenge in the game depending on, so you can sort of do it to your own individual ability. Now, I always used to play so that I was fighting creatures several levels below me. When I first started playing the game, it was kind of the easiest way to go about it. These days, however, if you want that same level of challenge, if you want it to be difficult, you do need to go up against creatures that are a few levels above you. So, at the moment, I'm sort of around the same level, and I'm thinking I will work through some of the storyline here for Elwyn Forest, and then we will move to a large, like a higher level zone to, like, continue onwards. Now, if I can just come up here, actually, I'll avoid that one. I'm going to run back to the village and take another drink. I'm very croaky today, and I apologise for that. I agitated the wrong person here. Yeah, I'm quite croaky, so I will just fight my way through these two, and I'll run back to the village. I also want to find the mining and engineering trainers, and I think those are back in Stormwind, so I'm going to have to run back up to Stormwind in order to get them. So I will probably meet you in Stormwind. Okay, while this guy is here, before the Horde comes back and decides to try and kill everything, we got Marshal Dugan. Oh, he was the Fargo Deep Mine one, wasn't he? Right, this is bad news. What next? Dragons. We'll have to increase our patrols near that mine. Thanks for your efforts, Grundorn. Hold a moment. I might have another task for you. Thanks to you, we know the Fargo Deep Mine is infested with kobold. Now we need a scout to investigate the more distant Jasperlode mine. Explore Jasperlode and confirm any kobold presence. To reach the mine, travel east along a road until you reach the Tower of Azora. From the tower, head north, and you'll find the mine in the foothills. Right, Tower of Azora, you used to have to do, I think it was a warlock quest over there, actually. It's over this way, over here. You can just make out tower just there. And you had to go to the top of the tower, and there was something to do with the warlocks up there, but you no longer have to do those, like, starting level quests for the different characters, which is a little bit of a shame. It's one part of the game that I do now miss.
Greetings.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit busy right now making horseshoes of Verna Osgood in Lakeshire. You're back from Stormwind. Did Osric send the armor? Great, you brought the armor. We'll get this divvied up to those who need. We'll get this divvied to those who need it immediately. Thank you, Grundorn. Your efforts have been a great help to us, and now that you're no stranger to griffins, I hope you'll come and lend your aid to Goldshire often.
See you around.
Right, we don't have anything else. He's a blacksmithing trainer, isn't there? I thought there was. No, there is no mining trainer here. Right, I know where the trainer is. I don't know if... Actually, I don't know if there's a trainer near here. I don't think there is. But if we fly to Stormwind, and then we run over to the Dwarven District, you've got blacksmithing trainers, you've got mining trainers, and you've got engineering trainers all kicking around there. And that's where I was used to go to do all of my original training. So we will zip over there. And I will actually run you through that bit because we haven't really... But we did go and have a look at Old Town. But we haven't been to see the Cathedral District, and we haven't been to see... there's quite a few bits that we haven't been to see, actually, yet. So we will run over that way. We haven't actually done very much in the way of leveling this time, because we've sort of been sidetracked. And I am kind of going to try to stick to playing this as an actual character, so I'm kind of going to role play a little bit. So just little things like when you run out of the flight master up there, I'm not going to jump off of the ledge because it's kind of it's a little more unrealistic than what you would normally do. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go as far as walking like that because serious role players will do the walking everywhere because obviously running everywhere is just going to exhaust you. I'm not going to go that far, but I do like to. I like to get involved with my characters, and I like to sort of really get into the story and everything, which is another reason why I like to read out all of the quests, because personally when I'm playing through, or certainly for the first time when I'm playing through, I do actually read through all of the quest notes. And it's something, if I'm actually leveling a character with Sen, my wife, it's something that does frustrate her a little bit because she doesn't do that, and she's not particularly interested in the lore and the background, whereas I'm a lot more into the lore of the game, the background of the game, the stories behind all the individual people. I think you can get archaeology up here somewhere. Oh no, archaeology is up in the Stormwind Library. I think it is anyway. Right, and here we've got blacksmithing trainers down here. There's the blacksmithing trainer there. Theorem Deep Forge. I spent a lot of time using this forge and anvil, and speaking to that guy right there. She has bought a huge amount of my stuff that I have been to her for. Locksmith. What does a locksmith do? Not really sure what the locksmith does, unless it's something to do with rogues, because they do locksmithing. Right, so engineering supplies, engineering trainer. That is the one that we want to speak to. Apprentice engineer requires level 5. Oh, we did that quite nicely. Timed very well. So engineering is going to be our very first one. We have rough blasting powder and rough dynamite. If I just bring up that profession screen again, we can put engineering. We can drop that down over there just underneath the cooking one. We're also going to do, we will get first aid, although we're probably not going to need it as a paladin. Fishing I'm not going to do on this character. I'm probably not going to do archaeology either, unless I get a lot of requests for it, but I'd say that's unlikely. So we can make dynamite, which is actually really cool, and that is really useful thing to use while you're leveling. And so that's the thing I like about engineering. There is a quest over there for the Dark Moon Fair. It's sending you off to the fair, and I don't really want to, because we're not going to get involved with the fair today. Right, mining trainer. So we want apprentice mining. Yes, that is definitely what I want to do. We have learned smelt copper, but now we also need to go and speak to the mining supplies, and we need a mining pick. Very important one. We don't want to buy a mining sack. 20 slot mining bag, because it only takes mining items. But what we can do is we can sell those, and we can sell those. That I suspect we could keep and we could wear. Put that one on.
How
right.
are you?
I don't think we're going to want pumpkin to heal us, or the refreshing spring water either. I think we'll be just fine without those. We can sort of cope on our own. We're strong, folks. We can manage. Right. So that is everything that we want here. We now have mining, and we have mining skills. That is the forge. So that's where you, once you've mined items, you can turn them into copper bars and so on. You go all the way through doing that. Absolutely awesome. It's brilliant fun. I mean, yeah, I say brilliant fun. It's kind of like an immersion thing, which I really do like. Right, plus 10 mining does not need to be equipped. That's everything here. So now we will hearth back to Goldshire. Just all the way back there. I'm not actually put this one into my guild, so the cooldown on the Hearthstone is 30 minutes and not 15 minutes, but I will put it into the guild a little bit later on, if I do remember. Right. Oh, no, we had this one here. We got him 10 candles, didn't we?
Hello.
Did you gather those candles yet? You were busy hunting kobolds, were you? Thanks for the candles, Grundorn, and here's your reward. So we get the Kobold Hunter's Trophy Belt. That, I think, might... Ooh, we've done 50 quests already. We're doing well. You seem like a helpful type, Grundorn. How about doing an old man a favour? Last time I was over at the McClure Vineyards, I overheard Mabel crying in a cottage. Would you be so kind as to go and check up on her? I'm a little worried.
See you later.
Right. And that one there... Ooh, is plus 1 armor compared to the Stormwind infantry belt that we were wearing, so we'll put that one on. Nothing like a motorbike racing through the inn for added realism. Now we've got another quest down here, which will be something else to do with the vineyards, I expect. The Jasper Lode mine, we'll deal with that later. Kobolds in these parts sometimes carry gold dust on them. I could really use this stuff. Bring me a load of it, and I'll give you the best price in town. Best price in town. You can find kobolds in the Fargo Deep Mine to the south and around Jasperlode Mine to the northeast.
Safe travels.
It's a bit of a shame that Remy 2 times was dead when we came through last time, because otherwise we could have gotten that quest and we could have picked up our gold dust when we were hunting through the Jasperlode Mines. So we will go and we will speak with Mabel in the... And we could also go and get some copper. Some copper over here. So I am... getting close. Well, my timer's going to go off to say that I'm going to need to wrap things up fairly soon. I would like to hear from you today. What kind of length would you like on a video? Because the last time I did a video, there we go, we got copper ore and we got the stone. The stone is what we're going to be using for the blasting powder, which is going to be really useful for that. But yeah, I'd like to hear from you. What would you like to see me... doing in terms of episode length, because the last time I think it was about 45 minutes that I did the episode. Now I normally try to aim for, with the farming simulator episodes, around about 30 minutes. So yeah, just under 30 minutes. I mean, normally it's like 30 to 35 minutes. But would you like to see the same kind of thing, or would you like to have a longer episode around 40 to 50 minutes? As this is like a once a week, I can do 40 to 45. I can do like 40 to 50 minutes. I can't really do more than that because physically I don't think I'm going to have the time to sort of do more, like an hour-long episode every week. But yeah, we'll see. So I'd like to hear your views and opinions. What would you like to see me doing? Now, if we carry on, we're now level 7. I think it was level 8 when we got on. Yeah, Hammer of Justice at level 8. So if we just ignore the bear over there, he's looking very well fed, that bear, isn't he? Oh, apparently we're not going to ignore the bear. The bear is going to come after us. It must be all these boars around. They're probably very good feeding for a young bear. Young forest bear. See, look, they do look really fat and well fed, don't they? Excellent. Right, another chipped tooth. And so we've got the mine over there where we could go and get some more. I think we'll try to do the gold dust at the other mine, the Jasper Lode mine up here. And I think we end up getting another quest that we can do up there. So we'll take care of the McClure Vineyards first. This is... I kind of like this quest chain. I do have a bit of a soft spot for this quest chain. It's quite good. And they didn't really change it. It's not changed a huge amount since the very beginnings of World of Warcraft. This whole quest chain has just kept going. Kind of the same thing. You get to act out this story all the time. Right. William sent you. Bless his soul. I'm okay. It's just, well...
See you later.
Oh, I'm cursed. My heart belongs to Tommy Joe Stonefield, and our family's a bitter enemy, so I can't see him, even though my eyes ache to gaze upon his handsome face. Please, take this letter and give it to Tommy Joe. He's usually at the river west of the Stonefield farm, which is due west of here.
See you around.
Okay, Mabel. We'll do it. Just for you, because you gave us such a nice smile. We will go off and we will deliver. And yes, there is an ongoing feud between the McClure farm and the Stonefield farm. Ancient, bitter enemies, and I'm not exactly sure why they're bitter enemies. Honestly, I can't remember now. There is some obscure story as to why they're bitter enemies. We'll get to that, I'm sure. First of all, as we're coming through, we will take out a couple of these, because these also have the gold dust. I can't believe it's been so long since I started off a new human character. I completely forgot all about the gold dust quest to go to Fargo Deep Mine. It's kind of, once you get used to, once you've leveled a few characters, you do kind of get used to which quests you should take and when, in order to keep things efficient. And efficiency is the watchword. Right, if we come up here and just grab that one. Main reason I'm just getting these two is because I want the ores. We've got copper ore right behind us. I won't bother going into the mine for it. We've got Mar Stonefield up there. She's got a quest for us as well, which we can go and get in just a minute. So we get this ore, and then we'll go up and we'll speak to Mar Stonefield, and we will go and speak to Tommy Joe. Can we get up here? Yes, we can. Right, there is a mount that you can get for your ults, which you can use right from the very beginning. I don't actually have that mount on my account. Sen's got it on her account, so when she starts a new character, she can use a mount right from the start. We are going to have to wait until we reach level 20 before we can use a mount. But once we do reach level 20, I'll just show you here. Nope, that's my pet. There's my mounts. I am obsessed with mounts, as you can see. But I haven't played for several years, so there's a lot of mounts that I still have to get. I love mounts. I think they're fantastic. So there's going to be a huge variety of them. I lost my necklace. I think that gutter snipe, Billy McClure, took it. He's usually scuffling like a rat round the McClure Vineyards east of here. Get my necklace back for me, and you'll warm an old widow's heart. That's Auntie Bernice Stonefield.
Safe travels.
Mar Stonefield, I think, is the one that's a little bit more sensible.
Hey,
oh, no, she's not. The Brackwells have a huge prize-winning pig princess. The sow is huge. She got that way from sneaking over here and eating my veggies. It just so happens that she's here now. Princess must die. Bring me her collar as proof of the deed, and I'll give you something for your time. You'll find Princess smack dab in the middle of our watermelon patch. Get her. Wow.
See you around.
You sound a little savage, I gotta be honest. And Princess used to be over here. The whole princess thing was over this side. It was away from these two. It was over there. And I'm sure she was... No, she wasn't an elite. But she was really, really difficult to get. That was such a difficult quest to do. And the number of times that I wiped and died trying to kill Princess in my earlier days of Warcraft, it was just fantastic. Real challenge to do this pig. These days, really, really easy to take down Princess. As you can see, we're still at 70% health, so we're absolutely caning this one. Go on, Princess. It was a good attempt. It was a worthy fight. So we've got our brass collar there, and we'll just run over and we will do the letter for Tommy Joe, and then we'll go back and we'll turn in this quest for Mar Stonefield, and then I'm going to run back to the inn in Goldshire. And I will, I'll run back to the inn, and I will also... Oh, between this episode and next episode, I'll probably join the Champions of Arthas. You have what? Mabel is the light of my dull life. Hurry, let me see her letter. I can't stand us being apart. I have to see her. Please, Grundorn, talk with my grandma. If anyone can find a way to bring me together with Mabel, she can. She's inside our house, east of here. Speak with Grandma Stonefield. Yes, I do remember Grandma is the one that is slightly more sensible than the rest. She seems to be a bit more realistic about everything than the rest of them. They just sort of focus on the feud rather than anything else. Right. So we've done that. We can go and speak. Yeah, actually, we'll speak to Grandma Stonefield, and we will speak to. Is it Mar Stonefield? I think so. Princess must die. And then we can head back to Goldshire. See, Princess has respawned already. The respawn times on the low-level quest things are a lot higher now than they ever used to be. It's because you get people come down here and they start trolling by killing your quest targets. It can just be really annoying. You don't need that kind of thing. Right, Mar Stonefield.
Can I help you?
Did you see her yet? Did you get her? Thank goodness, that pig was getting so big she'd have eaten our whole crop. Thank you, Grundorn. Now, do any of these suit you? We have brass studded braces. Thank you, Mar Stonefield. We go in here.
Well,
Grandma Stonefield. While our families are feuding, Tommy, Joe and Mabel don't have much of a future. But maybe we can get them together just for a while. What can we do? I bet William Pestle has a potion to unite our two young lovers. Here, take this note to William. He's staying at Lion's Pride Inn in Goldshire.
Be careful.
Okay, we'll do that, Grandma. We'll help you out. We don't mind doing that at all. Right, so if we we'll start running back up here. So yes, I'd like to know how long you'd like these episodes. It'd be quite useful to get an idea of what you'd like to see from this. Like I said, I'm planning to play this as a protection paladin, and as we progress later on, I will occasionally ask a weekly question, sort of which kind of area would you like me to progress to after this. I'm going to join this character to my guild that I run. It's at the moment the only characters in there are me and Sen, and all of our alts, and now our son. He's got some of his characters in there as well. He's already rolled about 6 characters since he started playing it's about a week ago. Yeah, if that. So yeah, he started his new character, or characters. So yeah, he's rolling loads of them. So he has also got a character or 2 in the guild. So if you see other characters online in the guild, I do keep the actual real names like blocked, but you probably see character names when I'm sort of showing the guild. Most of Sen's characters, and we'll probably do it the same on my son's characters, block incoming whispers from people they don't know. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do that. But please don't pester them. If there isn't a way to do that, please don't pester them, because it's not fair to go pestering them about me. If you want to speak to me, then speak to me. Send me an in-game message if you really want to do it in Warcraft. Otherwise, try to contact me on my normal social media channels. That is the best way to get hold of me, not by pestering my family in online games. But anyway, so that is the adventures of Grundorn the Paladin for today. We will continue on with this next week. Now, I'm going to play through at least this part of Duskwood. I was actually thinking that we might just play through, not Duskwood, Elwyn Forest. I was thinking that we would play through all of the quests that we can do in Elwyn Forest, which will end up taking us to like at level 10 or more. It does take me quite high, but I'd like to play through the whole of the starting area here. Which means that by which time we'll probably be too big a level to go to Westfall, because that's 10 to 15. We could move straight on over here to Red Ridge Mountains, which is 15 to 20. And then you've got Duskwood down here. I love Duskwood. It's an undead area, so we'll probably end up skipping Westfall, going straight into Red Ridge, and as soon as we're able, as soon as we reach like level 19 or something, I'd like to hit Duskwood. And I probably won't, I don't know, I might run through all of Duskwood, I'm not quite sure, and Stranglethorn Vale is another. These two are my favourites. Stranglethorn Vale 25 to 35, we'll probably get a lot of those in, and then Duskwood, the whole undead theme that you sort of encounter early on there is absolutely fantastic. I love the whole quest line that you get there, it's so much fun. Right, so let's just see if that will, we can wear that. We'll make some things, we'll make up a few items in our next episode. But if you enjoyed this episode, please head down below and give me a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. I can sell that one. And I can sell that one. And that one. There we go.
See you around.
But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.